Welcome to the Singapore.
Singapore. Okay.
Temasek.
Let me put out right the statement here, right? Crazy Rich Asians is the comfortable cultural blanket for white people and for westernized Asian people. All right. Now, every time I've heard people talk about Crazy Rich Asians, or even gone online, I've not seen a single bad review for it because most people are too scared to touch it because, oh my god, Crazy Rich Asians is so progressive. It's got such good representation, Asian faces on screen. Now look.
Asian faces have been on screen for a long time. You're just watching the wrong fucking movie.
Yeah, open your eyes, alright? Wake up your idea.
I am open!
Mickey Rooney, you know. Okay, no, we're not talking about that kind of Asian representation, alright? Look, like, here's the thing, right? Here's, I would say, our overall problem with Crazy Rich Asians, which there are several different elements. Look, element number one, right, is they talk about, first off, look, let's be frank, they set it in Singapore, but this movie is 80% Marina Bay Sands and 20% Malaysian jungle, alright? And they talk about putting Singapore on the map. I'm like, no, it's great for Singapore's tourism. Oh, you know what's the other thing as well? Remember that there was one scene in there where one of the guys takes the other guy, I don't really remember the characters' names. He's like, oh, you know, this is some of Singapore's culture, the hawker center. You know, it's even the chefs can get Michelin stars. Can you please shed some light?
The fact that they gave a Michelin star to a fucking hawker store is incredibly insulting. Like, if you look at the restaurants with Michelin stars, like what they have to go through, like Wolfgang Puck's restaurant in Vegas, you know, Heston Blumenthal, like, it's beyond just the taste of the food. The presentation, like the amount of work and the years of training.
The ambiance, like, how are you gonna create a Michelin star ambiance with, hey, what you want to eat, huh?
Like, you know, like the idea of fucking presentation is, like, that's not fucking Michelin star food.
Okay, but specifically on the point, I'm pretty sure you told me that where they shot that is what, Newton Circus?
Fuck Newton Circus.
Newton Circus, for most people who don't know about Singapore, is one of the most tourist trappy commercial hawker centers there is, okay? They couldn't even take the extra effort. Mind you, this was directed by John Chu, who is a Singaporean. Didn't even have the extra effort to find a place that was genuinely authentic. Rather flaunt off the flashy Western standard Michelin star.
Whenever people ask me like, oh, where were you from? I said I was from Singapore, not anymore. Thank you very much. And they fucking bang on about, oh, it's so beautiful, gardens by the bay.
It's so clean.
Fucking Jewel, like fuck Jewel, fuck the gardens. Let me tell you something about MBS, alright? Do not waste your money going for fine dining in Singapore because it's ridiculous. One of the things about Western cuisine and fine dining is about having great quality ingredients. How the fuck are you gonna have great quality ingredients when you have no local ingredients, stupid?
Or your shit is sourced from Malaysia, you even have chicken breast sourced from Argentina. But I feel like I'm getting carried away. This is starting to sound like a criticism on just Singapore.
Actually, it is a criticism of Singapore.
No, I mean, it is, right? But that's my point, is the fact that this movie overly glamorized Singapore. It overly glamorized what you call the Asian experience.
I lived there for 18 fucking years and I didn't recognize any of it.
That is not the real Singapore, frankly. I'm gonna give you one little snapshot into what I experienced last trip I went to Singapore, yeah? Here's what I saw. I saw an elderly lady in like her 60s sleeping. She was taking a nap on the steps of the train station during her lunch break. And this was the thing where I'm like, she was so tired that she chose to sleep rather than eat during her lunch break. And this was something that they didn't show in Singapore. And honestly, I'm like, I get that the movie is called Crazy Rich Asians. It's about those Asians and not the other ones. But I'm like, first off, it rubbed me the wrong way that they're kind of only showing the first point of contact is this overly glamorized, really fantasized notion of Asian people, that there's something so special.
Why the hell does this guy sound British if he's lived in Singapore since he was a kid?
That's the other really specific thing. You know, Henry Golding, like, your characters lived there for freaking 18 years?
How much character research did he do?
How do you not have even the slightest Singaporean accent? But okay, I really want to talk here about...
Of course, then again, what the fuck is the Singaporean accent on film anyway? When you look at nonsense like Singapore Social, my god, okay, what a piece of shit.
Before we get to Singapore Social, I will say the only person who had a genuine Singaporean accent was that one Singaporean auntie from Under One Roof, who was, I'm pretty sure she was from there, or Phua Chu Kang or something. Now these are genuine Singaporean references, right?
Ho Ching Man?
I don't know. Even Chin Han don't have his accent anymore. Chin Han from Singapore. Look, I want to point out one thing, right? The movie was then about Crazy Rich Asians, so I said, okay, all right, fine. If that's gonna be what it's all about, let's dive into that, right? Now, what I will say, I thought was the direction the film was gonna go into was that they really pointed out sort of the hypocrisy, the superficial nature behind a lot of Asian culture and really rich Asians. And one thing I thought, like the whole thing about the two-facedness, like the grandma who acts really kind and then suddenly at the last turn is actually like a real bitch. Now, here's the thing. I honestly thought the perfect way to have ended the film was have, what's her name? That chick from... Constance Wu, to have her character experience all of this coming from America, going into a really Asian culture, you know, realizing that this is not what she wants, the two-facedness, the superficiality of it all, and that, and what's her name? Michelle Yeoh, her character, like, you know, that whole complete two-facedness of it. I thought it would have been great that if during the mahjong scene, Constance Wu decides to leave the family, and that's the end. Because
I actually don't know the ending because I walked out of the film, and mind you, I was on an airplane.
What the fuck does that make sense? Stupid. No, but alright, that's the thing, right? I thought the film was actually, for the most part, on track to actually be something, you know, you could still have your cake and eat it, still have your Asian face.
It just fucking annoyed me, the whole Singapore representations. Do you know that even the hawkers have Michelin stars?
Okay, I thought that was a load of shit, right?
Hey, fuck you, huh? The French. What the fuck happened to you? What happened to be a French? Oh, fuck you, huh?
You get very...
Fuck you!
You get very heated when it comes to food, alright? But I'm here to talk about the movie. Now, I really think that it was actually onto something about actually being able, like I said, have your cake and eat it, and actually call out the not just the benefits.
Not eat your cake.
Can you not interrupt me, huh? When teacher is talking, you don't interrupt teachers, yeah? I'll beat your ass, bro.
I'm telling you, they shouldn't have their cake and eat it because diabetes is a real problem in Singapore, especially after the
hawker
whole
food.
you know, fucking controversy with the National Kidney Foundation and the monk who was spending money on porn and...
Okay, well bro, we're really diving into too much here, right? I'm trying to talk about one movie. It's not bring up politics and history. Okay, look. Honestly, I thought they really had a severe missed opportunity. They, in the end, opted to go for this fairy tale ending to appease the mainstream Western audiences and honestly, it gave a lot of westernized Asians this feel-good notion, like, oh my god, we can feel good about ourselves and Asians and it's a happy ending. I thought the ending was bullshit when she decides to go back to the family.
Happy endings are very different, bro.
You pay extra for the happy ending. It's like a video game DLC. No, but like, I thought that if Constance Wu if our character had just walked away from the family and decided that no, like, this glamorized Asian toxic behavior is not the kind of lifestyle I want to go into. And the irony of her getting back with Henry Golding amidst all the whole family and everything, and the mom making such a drastic change. Let's be frank here, the Asian moms, they don't just change like that, alright? Anybody who's had an Asian mom knows, they don't just fucking change like that, alright?
They never change, brother.
But on their deathbed, they don't change a bastard.
You want to see good Asian representation in a Western setting? Check out Constance Wu in fucking Fresh Off the Boat.
That's a good TV show. I honestly thought that was way better at being able to look at Asian representation, because a lot of these films, you can't just say it's written by Asians, that's the basis. You need to have an individual who is willing to look at both the good and the bad. And that's the thing, is that I'm not saying that, you know, Singapore's all bad.
Singapore is racist as fuck, alright? It's just reversed. It's just that instead of white people, they've got Asians as the majority.
And they shit on the Malays and the Indians. And guess what? In the movie, barely any Malays and Indians.
How come Kumar wasn't in the movie?
Yeah, that movie is racist on his own right. Yeah, come on, Kumar. Kumar's true representation, alright?
He's an Indian transvestite. Well, not transvestite.
I think he's gay, but he does drag.
He's an Indian gay cross-dresser. How much more diverse could you get?
I know, right? And they couldn't even get Kumar in the movie. True. But look, all in all, I think I'm gonna wrap this up by saying that, look, Crazy Rich Asians was a real letdown. It was so not this great, you know, milestone. And can we also just cap it off with the fact that what Crazy Rich Asians pissed me off with is what they inspired. TV shows like Singapore Social, and what's that new...
Fuck Singapore Social. I mean, through some very reliable sources of ours who knows everybody on that show, it is such a load of shit film.
Pretentiousness.
It's embarrassing.
But again, it paints a very fake picture of Singapore. It paints a very fake picture of rich Asians.
Know nothing about Singapore. You know what? Let me fucking make a series about Singapore. Look, and I'll need fuck all of a budget to do it too.
If you actually want to see something that truly represents Singapore,
look out for Nation Season 5. It's gonna be a Singapore special.
Yes, but before we even get into that, because you know he's going to be talking shit about the government and all that, but go look into Jack Neo's films. Jack, Jackneo, alright?
小孩不笨.
Or in English title, I'm Not Stupid. These are films that truly capture the Singapore experience, interrogated.
Another great one is called Army Days.
Okay, yeah, look into films like that, because these are films that, you want to talk about Asian representation, you want to talk about genuinely interrogating the Asian experience, look into these films, educate yourself, don't just be a sheep and watch shit because people say it's popular, alright? So, in conclusion,
Hashtag Lee Kuan Yew.
appreciate